Ladies and gentlemen, John Pinette!
Hello! Hello! Hi. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, this better be good, huh? Yes. It's a pleasure to be here. I went to the gym today. Listen first. First listen. Since February, I've been going to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. I don't like it. I go because I want to be healthier. I have such a long road ahead of me. I lost 100 pounds, and people say to me, wow, we can really see it in your face. How big was my head before I started this journey? Apparently I was the Kool-Aid man and nobody ever said anything to me. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here. That's John. His head's the size of a manhole cover. We don't talk about it though. Shh. And it's not like I'm getting back in shape. Oh, getting back in shape. No, I never was in shape. So in February, I hired a trainer. I've had many since then. Some quit, some turned to drugs and alcohol. One trainer quit the business and opened up a candy store. Seriously, he makes the best maple walnut fudge I've ever tasted. So I'm not just big, I'm a carrier. People get big around me. So this trainer thing, I went the first day to the gym, and I looked a little nervous. And I remember it was like my first day of kindergarten again. I even had the same lunchbox. What's that machine over there do? And the trainer said to me, I see you're nervous, but don't be. Once you start here at the gym, you're gonna get addicted. I don't think so. I think I can quit this gym stuff anytime I want. I got a lot of willpower. See that guy with the muscles over there? That's not gonna be me. They're never gonna find me in the exercise wing of Betty Ford. I can't stop! I wanna stop, but I can't stop. So the trainer said to me, he said, I want you to loosen up first. We don't want you to strain or pull anything. I want you to do this across the gym. Gym full of people. This is called the soldier's walk. This is a soldier's walk? Where did you go to boot camp? Is there a gay Nazi brigade out there I don't know about? Then he says to me, give me a sit-up. I said, oh, nay. I don't do ups. I told him that when I signed up. I don't do ups. I do downs. Sit down, lay down. Blackjack, I'll double down. Give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down. Put on a little music, I'll boogie down. But I don't do ups. Ups defy gravity. Gravity is a law. I obey the law. So, I see people at the gym, and I just don't think healthy. I do this machine. Do you know this horrible machine? I don't know the name of it. I call it the horrible machine. I started in February. I could do 5 minutes, but I would have to cry for 2.5 of those minutes. People don't want to see that at the gym. They complain. Take him off that machine. He's crying. Now I can do 45 minutes, and it's a real miracle. But, yeah, and I'm a pleasure to be around, too. I see other people working out on the machines. They're thinking, what machine am I going to do next? Maybe I'll do weights. And I'm thinking if I do 45 minutes and live, I'm going to have raviolis and a nap. So the last 15 minutes is a chant. Raviolis and a nap. Raviolis and a nap. I'm like this on the machine. The trainer comes by and says, I see you're sweating. That's great. You know, you're burning fat. Oh, good. I hope it's a control burn. Because if this baby goes up all at once, there's going to be a mushroom cloud over this gym. I tried the Subway diet because I'm on the road 35, 40 weeks a year, and there's a Subway everywhere. And Subway's pretty good, but that Jared guy, he went every day for a year. Huh. Were you stalking a girl behind the counter? I tried it. I went every day for a month. Every day, I went to Subway. After about 2 weeks, the alarm clock would ring, and I'd go, oh God, I wonder what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Jeez. I'd be doing this in line. You just I'm all right. After a month, I lost weight. I also lost my will to live. I burnt out on Subway. I'd still go to Subway. If I was starving in the desert and I saw a Subway, I'd go, wow. Well, let's walk a little further. We can come back if we have to. I went to an herbalist. Nice lady. This herbalist lady, she said to me, are you a vegetarian? Not in the strictest definition. Like, I'm trying to be a vegetarian. Like, I don't eat veal, but he grows up. I'll kill him on the front lawn. He's got to go. Actually, I don't eat veal because it gave me nightmares. I dreamt the mother cow came into the restaurant while I was eating veal parmesan. She'd walk in, have you seen Timmy? I'll help you look for him. Let me get a doggy bag. So, no veal. And I used to love lamb. Lamb chops, gyros, my favorite. Oh, lamb. My friend owns a farm. I go up to the farm. He has livestock. He gives me a baby lamb to hold. It falls asleep in my arms. I love lamb. He says to me, it fell asleep. It trusts you. It has very poor judgment. I'm petting this lamb knowing I'm never going to have lamb again. And he said, would you like to see the cows now? Hell no! I'll see them at McDonald's. So this herbalist lady, she was healthy. She really was. She was in her 50s. She looked 30. She was doing something right. So I wanted to listen and learn. But she said to me, I want you to cleanse your system. So for the first month, I want you to juice. To juice. What? Juice is not a verb. What do you want me to do? She just wanted me to have juice to eat. That's it. Just juice. She sold me a juicer. I thought it was a wood chipper. You can juice stuff I didn't know had juice in it. And I can't have just juice. I don't do well. Third day, I juiced a ham. Yes. She called me up. How you doing? I'm juicing. Let me get this Krispy Kreme in here. We'll be good to go. Every herbalist is obsessed with the fact that people have a blocked colon. I don't know how much science there is behind it. I walked in and she said, you have a blocked colon. Horrible visuals came to mind. How are we going to unblock this bad boy? Here, attach this to your garden hose. Lady, I have neighbors. I'll get a letter from the homeowners association. Please do not clean your colon on front lawn. Signed, all of us. She said, no, it's very easy to cleanse your system. She said, you're juicing, right? Yeah. Take these herbs, put them in the juice 3 times a day. After a month, your colon will be clean. I don't know what was in the herbs, but I called her an hour and a half later from the bathroom. Hey, crazy lady. I'm sending back the rest of the herbs. Mission accomplished. My colon is clean. I swallowed a quarter when I was 7. $50 came out. My ass hit the jackpot. When I walk, I whistle now. Listen to this. I tried that Atkins diet, and they lied to you on the Atkins. They say, oh, after a week, you won't have any carb cravings. No! After a week, I was hallucinating. Every time the doorbell rang, I thought it was Pizza Hut come to save me. That must be them. I had some carb cravings. When you drive by a bakery and you jump out of a moving vehicle, that's a craving. And I had horrible nightmares on that low-carb diet. I dreamt Dr. Phil was outside my house. John, come out here and exercise. You can't be big if your lifestyle won't allow it. Get off my lawn! John, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. I'm calling the cops! In some of the low-carb products, I understand I eat way too many carbs, way too many bad carbs. I eat a lot of breads, a lot of pastas, and I'm toning that down. But this low-carb, have you tried the low-carb products, the low-carb bread? I was all excited, because I love bread, and they have low-carb bread. Oh, good. But I took it out of the package, and I tasted it. And it's not like it went bad, it never went good. They have, I can't believe it's not butter. They should call it This Ain't Bread. Because it looks like bread, but it has no other properties of bread. I tried to butter it. You can't butter it. Butter won't go on it. The butter slides off it like, where are you putting me? And the jam just kind of beads up and falls off. Did they Scotch guard this at the factory? That's okay. So I'll toast it. It'll be better. I'll put it in a sandwich. I'll toast it. It doesn't toast. You can't toast it. I'm out in the garage with a blowtorch. It's absorbing the heat like a space shuttle tile. How does this break down in your system if you can't toast it? They're gonna dig me up in 5,000 years and go, he was on the low carb. See that disc there? We've seen a lot of these. I think an important part of being healthy is being active, and I think I'm more active than I've ever been. I walk, I do go to the gym, I swim. I tried tennis. I took lessons. I didn't do well. I had a bad instructor because I would hit the ball to him and he would hit it over there. What is this, doubles with the invisible man? What? I'm right here! Somebody has to get there. I'll do it! And then he'd hit it over there. Well, now I'm pissed. So I don't want to play tennis anymore. I've never really been adventurous, though. My whole life, people have asked me to do adventurous things. You know, extreme sports, journeys, pursuits, rides, amusements, to see what will happen to me. They say, John, come with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. That means I'm going to get hurt. Oh, every winter I get a call, John, we're going skiing. Now, I don't ski. A few years ago, I went skiing. Not to ski. I love the mountains. I love the snow. I love the change of seasons. I wasn't going to ski, but my friends gave me tequila. I don't drink tequila anymore because it makes me ski. Apparently, after the 5th shot, I demand my skis. Righteously indignant. Where's my skis? I could barely stand. My friends put skis on me. They rented me skis. They bought me a ski suit. It was white. It didn't flatter me. From the top of the mountain, I look like an avalanche. Why are they evacuating the village? Now, you would think it was my first time skiing and I'm drunk almost to the point of being in a coma. So take me to the little slope and take a few pictures. Hey, look, John, he skied. What a sport, huh? Now, my friends took me up to Mount Son of a Bitch. And they threw me off that mountain. I didn't ski anything. I don't even know where the skis went. I had to pay for the skis because I never found them. I got to the bottom of this mountain, a lifeless wreck. I was covered in snow. A little kid walks up to me crying, Frosty's dead. Frosty's dead. Now other children are gathered and they're horrified. Don't be dead, Frosty, they're saying. I had to get up. There must have been some magic. I told myself, I'm in a lot of pain, but these kids will believe in Santa till they're 27. So when they open the ambulance door, please, Frosty's gonna need Percocets and a Pez dispenser. They ask me to go skiing now, I say nay, nay. Water skiing is a nay, nay. I thought water skiing would be okay. It's water. Love to swim, great swimmer, love the water. It's water. It's soft. Nay, nay. Not at 40 miles an hour, it's like cement. And I can stand up on the skis, and that feels cool, but then the boat pulled me. That's when things started to go wrong. It was like snorkeling underwater really fast. I heard a barracuda go, "What the hell was that?" And I would bob my head out of the water. I water ski mostly with my face. And I bob my head out of the water, to scream for help. It wasn't an audible scream, it came out like, "Ah!" Killer whales are following. They're curious and a little concerned. Is everybody here? Who's that? He doesn't look like us, but he sure sounds like us in pain. Ah! Let him go, he's just a baby! My friends thought I was being funny. Ever the comedian, John, when you were bobbing your head out of the water, I was laughing. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe either. You should have stopped the boat. John, we're going parasailing. Nay, nay. Tried that, they para-dragged me all over the Pacific. The next time we go parasailing, turn around. If I'm not up in the air waving, stop the boat. I was picked up by a fishing trawler. They were packing me in ice when they found me. I was talked into camping. 18 years on the road, I'm not a big camper. I've been spoiled by hotels. Not ungrateful, just spoiled. Camping to me is when room service closes at 10. If it's 10:30, I go, wow, I'm camping. Like that Survivor show, I watch it. It's interesting to watch, but I don't understand it. Because if I wake up in the morning and I have to look in the woods for breakfast, you don't have to vote me off the island. I'm putting out my own torch. Shh, there's one less for the Kutcher tribe. If you keep me now, it's kidnapping. So I was asked to go camping with some friends from college. I'm originally from Massachusetts, and I get a call. John, it's Dave from Boston. We're all going camping. And I got the gun put to my head. You know that gun? Everybody's going, but you're the only one that's not going. Okay, I'll go. So I fly in, and I'm picked up in a Winnebago. You can rent them. They're beautiful. Captain's chairs, TV, okay, camping. We drive up to Maine, which is beautiful. It's also the setting of most of Stephen King's novels. And we're asking directions, and people are saying creepy Maine stuff like, going way up there, huh? Yeah, why? Why? Why is everybody going back in the general store? Some folks never come back. We should have gone to Vegas. Vegas is better. Stay at Caesar's Palace, put a tent in the room. We're camping. I didn't have the right attitude for this. In this drive to Maine, we're not going to Bar Harbor, we're not going to Bangor. 9 hours on the Maine Turnpike. You can't go 9 hours. We're in Russia. We're going to get out of the car and hear Privetovara, Skardila. We get to the end of Maine near Russia. I have terrible allergies, and I didn't bring my allergy medication, so I took a Benadryl. Benadryl works, but it puts you in a coma. It says may make you drowsy. No drowsy, coma. Drowsy is... I was like this. And we get to the camping area, and okay, we're gonna sleep in the Winnebago. You unpack the grill, you're camping. No, we're leaving the Winnebago, and we're hiking about 5 miles on my vacation. I don't want to leave the Winnebago. In the horror movies, they leave the Winnebago, and the happy chubby one always dies second or third. Yeah. He says something like, "Who wants a marshmallow?" They made me walk because we're losing the daylight. And nobody knew what they were doing, really. Everybody said, "Oh, yeah, we know what we're doing." You need guides up there for a lot of things. You should have a guide, I'm saying. Well, forget it. We'll go to a hotel. If you don't have a guide, you hear about this every summer. People go up there and they hike and they get lost. And some people die. They die of exposure, starvation. Sometimes they're barely rescued. And I'd hate for us to get lost up there. And everybody dies of starvation. Except me. And there I am when they rescue me. I feel pretty good. You can see it in my face a little, can't you? So no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll go on the forced march through the woods in my Benadryl haze so we can camp in tents near a lake because it's a lot of fun. And everybody brought camping stuff. Like, they look like Lewis and Clark. They had like backpacks and they had knives and you had rope, and I got my luggage from the airport and I'm dragging it through the woods. My mood turned dark. I felt like Gollum on his way to Mordor.
You don't have any friends. They left you in the woods to die. They took away our Winnebago. That was my precious!
John, time to set up the tent.
Fishing pool is nice and cool, juicy, sweet.
I snapped out of my Gollum, and they told me, they said, if we see bears, don't feed them. First of all, I ain't a squirrel. Come here! Who's gonna claw me to death? Come on! And second of all, we didn't bring that much. He ain't getting anything from me. I'll fight him for the cold cuts. Put down the pastrami, Yogi. Your boo-boo gets it. You can have the coleslaw. That's deli salad. And I'm worried about the bears. They said, don't worry about the bears. We have tents. He's never going to get in there. How's he going to unzip the tent with his paw? Just see 1,000-pound Kodiak outside my tent going, son of a bitch. How'd he get in there? How was camping, John? I was raped by a bear. I'm here to tell you, Ben was not so gentle. You have to set up a small city when you camp. You gotta set up the tent, you gotta start a fire. They gave me a tent to put up. This is your tent, John. You get your own tent. Thank you. I slept on top of mine. I rolled myself in it. I was exhausted. I woke up in the middle of the night and I had to pee in the woods. There's stuff in the woods. There was a possum. They're creepy. They're like the perverts of the forest. Thing was staring at me like... Got a cigarette? Get out of here! Get out of here! I don't like camping! I go back to the campsite. I'm starving. And they hide food from bears. Did you know this? They put the food up in a tree because bears can't climb trees. Well, come to find out, neither can I. So that tree had to come down. I paid the fine and I apologized. So now I'm eating a sandwich next to the fallen tree. And a raccoon comes into the campsite. And raccoon, it was big. I saw it. I went, look at the pony. It's a pony. bad pony. And the raccoon wanted my sandwich. This, of course, is unacceptable. I chopped down a tree for this sandwich. And raccoons, they're brave. They don't scare. You can't, like, throw a stick at it or anything. You know what I did to scare it away? I did an Ewok from Return of the Jedi. The little furry things, that scared it. It would hiss and I would go, Everybody wakes up, sees me, in front of the campfire, and they're looking for the empty tequila bottle. I bought a house in Pennsylvania, near my family. I have family that I'm always flying there to see. My sisters, my brother-in-laws, my nieces, my nephew, and I'll buy a house near my family. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm the youngest by 9 years. I have one sister in Pennsylvania. She's a health nut. We're very close. We go to a restaurant. I order. She said, he'll have a salad. So I have to order at another table and pretend to go to the bathroom a lot. My other sister, she's going to decorate my house because I'm always on the road. She's going to be my interior decorator. Now, I don't know what that is. I grew up poor, and not the kind of poor where you go, we were poor, but we never knew it. I was certain of it. And I was not happy about it. Periodically, I would say, hey, just want you to know that I know we're poor. So, I can't do anything with a house anyways. I've lived on the road, half of my life. When I bought the house in Vegas, the first week I put the dishes outside for room service. Home Depot, I went to Home Depot. First of all, you could die in there, they'd never find you. Second of all, I realized everything here needs assembly and started to hyperventilate and had to wait in the car. I can't work on anything in the house. If you can do home improvements, if you can do repairs, that's craft, that's God-given talent. I shouldn't do it. I just know I shouldn't do it. If something goes wrong, I call. It made a spark, I'm leaving now. Call me when it doesn't do that anymore. But I didn't have to worry about anything in Pennsylvania because I had my interior decorator to take care of the house for me. She's gonna decorate it. She's gonna shop for the furniture. She's dragged me to 80 furniture stores. I've lived there 18 months. We're still going to furniture stores. I almost killed one furniture guy. I said, I'll take this couch. We'll order it for you. It'll take 14 weeks. It's right here. Help me get it in the truck. No, this is our floor model. If we give you this, people won't know what we have. Yeah, but you don't have it, so help me get it in the truck. I went to one furniture store, I heard angels, ha, ha, ha. Lazy boy, yeah, my furniture's in there, it has my name on it. My sister brings stuff over every day that I'm off the road to decorate the house. She brought over a chestnut roasting pan. It's from the 18th century. Wow, that's great. I was walking around the kitchen the other day going, where's my chestnut roasting pan? I said, well, I guess I'll go get some chestnuts. She said, no, it's just to hang up on the wall. No! You paid $250 for that out of my money. I'm roasting chestnuts in it. I don't care if I burn the house down. I'm originally from Boston, as I said, and I have an autographed shirt of Larry Bird in my kitchen. I come back from the road, and it's been taken down and replaced with a picture of a giant pear. And she's in front of the pear going, now isn't that better? And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but what a giant pear! Was I eating a pear one day and going, this pear is so good. I wish I had something to remind me of it for the rest of my life. And then I asked her, I said, where's my Larry Bird shirt? Oh, I put that away. Where? She has a bad memory. And so I'm going, where? Away. Somewhere. And she does that with a lot of my stuff. She puts it away. So on my days off from the road, I walk around the house looking for all my stuff that's gone away. Why does everything I love go away? And the neighbors see me wandering around the house. Look at that poor little man. He wanders and he's so sad. They can see me because there's no blinds in the house. Yeah, I got an estimate for blinds. Do you know about blinds? They're expensive. I didn't know that. They want like $5,000. I'm not paying that. If I walk around naked long enough, the neighbors will chip in. How are you, Mr. and Mrs. Lipinski? My family ruined Thanksgiving for me. My first Thanksgiving in the house, I was going to host it. I never hosted Thanksgiving. I was going to have it catered. I wanted to be done really nice. They said, no, you always take us to restaurants. We're going to cater it for you. We'll bring the food. There's 10 of us. My sister brings a 12-pound turkey. Grace did not go the way I would have liked it to. Thank you, God, for the 12-pound turkey. I didn't know they made them that small. It must have got hit by a car. I hope it didn't suffer. Since there are 10 of us, tell me there are 9 more turkeys just like this in the kitchen. Tell me this is like the Cornish game hen of turkeys. And my other sister, the health nut, she brought the vegetables. She brought turnips. People bring stuff to your house, you want to be nice, gracious. How do you like my turnips? I don't think you're supposed to eat these. These suck with butter on them. And nothing sucks with butter on it. Turnips are a horrible vegetable and they show up during the holidays. Nobody cooks turnips on a weekly basis. What is with the turnip? First of all, you can't cook it. You can't cut it with any knife in the kitchen. You have to bounce it off the concrete for an hour to soften it up. Then you have to boil it for 8 hours. If it's that difficult, the turnip doesn't want to be eaten. Turnips are a root vegetable. They grow in the ground. That means at the beginning of the world, God made the turnip and said, no. This didn't come out right. Gabriel, try this. Oh, you don't like it either, huh? I was going to put it on a tree, but you know what? I'll bury it and they won't find it. Yeah, well, some idiot dug it up and brought it to my house for Thanksgiving. Since I live near my family now, I'm on the road most of the time. In London, I worked in London in January, and it was wonderful. It was my first time working in London, and the crowds were great. I got to spend a few days as a tourist in London, which was amazing because I'm a big history buff, so the castles, the museums. If you're a tourist in London, though, there's a lot of walking. Walked a lot. Was in the British Museum for 9 hours. Wow, that's an amazing cultural experience, John. No, I got lost. You can't get out. They give you these directions like, well, you just go down here to the ancient Greek exhibit till you hit Lord Elgin's tablets. If you pass the Rosetta Stone, you've gone too far. How do you get out of here? It wasn't just me. The people from England were lost. They were coming up to me. Excuse me, sir, have you seen the exit? Some of the little ones are starting to give up hope. Those aren't mummies at the British Museum. Those are tourists that didn't make it out. That's not a pharaoh. He's from Boston. I know him. Let my people go. We went to Windsor Castle, and the bus dropped us off at the front lawn. You know how big the lawn of a castle is? The purpose of the lawn is so that in days of yore, when armies would invade, they would give up before they got across the lawn. They invaded from France for hundreds of years. They never got across that lawn. They'd get halfway and go, oh. I can't even see the castle from here already. I'm going back to Calais. When I went to England, I was told that the food was not that good. I know I talk a lot about food, but I also know that it's not everything in life. I went there with a good attitude. That being said, had a little trouble with the food. It's expensive. It makes Disney World look like a non-profit organization. We went to a nice restaurant. There was like 5 of us. The bill was like $700. That check comes to the table. My friends become astronomers. I was staying at a nice hotel and I was starving, and lunch had closed, and then you have to wait for dinner. There was a no man's land kind of thing happening, and I was starving. I said, but I walked for 9 hours. They said, we have tea. Now, I like green tea, but I'm starving. They said, oh, we have sandwiches with the tea. They gave me a sandwich this big. I said, somebody already ate most of mine. And this other one here, this has cucumber in it. That's pickle. That comes on the side of the sandwich. Take mine back and put a sandwich in it. They did bring me these scone things. I said, these are good. Bring 37 of these. For breakfast, don't you figure wherever you go, well, we'll get a good breakfast. How can you ruin breakfast? Listen, I had a bacon and egg sandwich. Sounds good. But the bacon, it was all wrong. It was about this thick and it wasn't cooked properly. Now, I know bacon. I think you know I know bacon. When I look at something and go, you know what? That's not healthy. You can take that to the bank. So I wouldn't eat the bacon and egg sandwich. I ate the side dish. A side dish for the morning for breakfast, hash browns, home fries, fresh fruit, nay. They give you beans in the morning. Oh, good. Let's start me off in the morning. Empty stomach, cup of black coffee and some beans. Now let's walk me around London for a little while. Get me all churned up. Put me in a taxi and see what happens. I blew the doors off a taxi. They thought it was a bombing. I heard, The driver, he slumps over the wheel. Apparently with the sound, he thought he had been shot. Then I hear, if he farts again, shoot on my command. My butt is now considered a weapon of mass destruction. Moving on to France. I worked in France about 5 years ago. I was there for 2 months. I did a movie, and I enjoyed France. Not everybody was all warm and fuzzy. Pinette is actually a French name. But it's not like I walk off the plane and Lumiere was there. Be our guest. No. And you have to know French, and you have to speak it well. If you don't speak French well, they get very upset. I stayed at a 5-star hotel, and I went up to the concierge, and I said, excuse me, do you know where I can get some breakfast? Je ne comprends pas, monsieur. You know what I'm saying, you little bastard. You're watching CNN in English. Where's breakfast? In France, they don't really do breakfast. It's not like the thing. Breakfast is called English breakfast. There's no breakfast. They call breakfast petit déjeuner, which means no food till noon. They give you a croissant and a cup of coffee. I have a croissant and a cup of coffee on the way to breakfast. Where's my breakfast? Some things were great. The bread, it was good bread. And their reckless disregard for how bad butter is for you never failed to impress me. For a little stretch, I was getting cheese every meal. That'll get you after a while. Look, what do we have for you? Some more fromage. I don't want any more cheese! I would like to go to the bathroom this millennium. I'm pounding Metamucil in beer steins. You're giving me cheese! So, I worked on a movie set, and there was catering at the movie set. Usually it's great. But this was a little mom and pop operation. And the French have very eclectic taste in food. You could get, pigeons, snails, cow brains. One time, for lunch, for 40 people, the caterer fed us rabbit. Who does that? Who says we got 40 people coming over, everybody likes rabbit, right? There were no other choices but rabbit. And it wasn't like rabbit disguised as chicken. It left nothing to the imagination.
Look at the little bunny.
But on the weekends, you get to go to great restaurants and have just a wonderful time. This French crew took me on a wine tasting. And I went there with an attitude, oh yeah, wine tasting, I drink tequila, bring on your wine. After the first hour, the subtle differences in the wine started to elude me. Red, white, Boone's Farm apple. These people can drink wine for 10 hours and drive a school bus. Which ones would you like better, the Margots, the Letos, the Coton Chalamet? I don't remember getting in the car. I remember sitting on top of a piano, smoking. I don't smoke. Quand je suis dans tes bras, je vois l'avion rose. Later that afternoon, I wound up at a nude beach. Let me tell you the nude beach story. I technically wasn't naked. I was covered in sunblock. It was that sunblock 50, and it doesn't rub in, so I look like a car that hadn't been buffed out. And you have to put sunblock everywhere. Everywhere. I found out there's a fine line between rubbing lotion on yourself and rubbing yourself with lotion. I think I crossed that line. I like cruises for vacations. Yeah, I went on a cruise. It stopped in Jamaica. This Jamaican gentleman walks up to me and says, "Hey man, you want some spleef?" No. I'm on a diet. I can't smoke pot. If I smoke pot, I'll eat this island. I'm not talking about hitting a buffet or two. The island will be gone. I'll be something of folklore around here. I remember it came out of the jungle, the great white beast. I knew by the stone look in his eyes that everything was gonna be airy. He was a buffalo eater. I got on a cruise halfway. As a performer, you meet a cruise halfway. That way you perform for 2 sets of passengers. The cruise, I had to meet it in Cozumel, Mexico. Now, Cozumel is very nice. It's not easy to get to. I had to fly from Vegas to Cancun. Cancun to Cozumel, you can go 2 ways. You can go across the water on a ferry. Now, that's different. I fly all the time. A ferry is nice. But I looked at the ferry, and it was a nay-nay ferry. It was one of those ferries that tips over once a month. Everybody dies. There are ferry accidents all over the world. You know what it is? They fit about 50 people. They put 400 on it. It tips over. Everybody goes, "What happened?" A nation in shock. There's going to be an investigation. What you put 400 people on it for? Don't you have a click of $49.50? Wait for the next ferry, please. So from Cancun to Cozumel, I have to take a commuter airline. Aeromexico doesn't go there. I had to fly like Air Cozumel. Now, I understand it's really hard to work in the travel industry in this day and age. So I try to conduct myself properly, be kind and considerate and gracious. Comics complain about airline travel all the time, but I know people work very hard. I think we all do. But I'm in this chair in this little commuter plane, and I've lost my cherub-like demeanor. And the guy next to me, well, I'm in his lap. He's on his cell phone with his family. "Hello, mijo, I don't think we're gonna make it. There is a big guy next to me, and I can't feel my leg." So I'm trying to move. I don't want to kill this guy. His son will avenge him. I'll be at baggage claim in here. "Hello, my name is Antonio Montoya. Joe killed my father. Prepare to die." It wasn't my fault. The plane was too small. "Hello, my name is Antonio Montoya. Joe killed my father." "No, you don't understand." "Hello, my name..." Stop saying that! I'm like this. And they ask you how much you weigh. If it's that close, I ain't going. And it's nobody's business. I said about 180, I'm not sure. Well, one lady freaks out, Dios mío, el gordo es muy loco, and she runs off the plane. I guess she was on the wrong flight. The flight attendant comes by, and she says, fasten your seatbelt. Why? Do I look like I'm gonna pop out of this chair anytime soon? Besides, the buckle's lodged in my ass. And it's pretty far up there. I'm thinking it should hold me. You know, like a tail hook on an aircraft carrier. I might have shot out, but I would have sprung right back again. Then the flight attendant comes by again and says, excuse me, you're in an emergency exit. Are you gonna be all right? You have to get that door open. What do you mean, if the plane crashes, will I open the door? Nay, nay. I'm gonna go through the door. My door's gonna be this big. Everybody's gonna wanna go out through my door. Let's go out this way, honey. Half the plane is open. And I'll be fast. You'll think a gazelle is loose on the runway. You'll be on fire. I'll be in the terminal eating a taco. I was on that plane. I don't remember much. I smelled smoke, and now I'm eating a taco. People I saved chanting around me, Viva el gordo, Viva el gordo. I love the cruise ships with the buffets, I really do. I don't diet on a cruise ship because you'd make yourself miserable. The first time I walked into a cruise ship gala buffet, don't cry for me, buffet people. The truth is I never left you. Through all my dieting, my fat resistance, I kept my promise. Don't cry for me, buffet people. Your fears, they are not valid. If you are skinny, stay near the salad. The thing with some of the cruise ship buffets is that they're very elaborate. And they have ice sculptures and they have carvings, watermelons made into sharks, little cantaloupe baskets with little tomato roses. It's all very nice, but people see it and they lose their minds. Oh, look at it, it's so pretty. And there's a long line for the buffet and you get little old ladies up in front and they're taking pictures of the buffet. Now, Evelyn, you get in and hold the cantaloupe basket and I'm at the end of the line starving. Get out of the line. I mean, it's a cantaloupe. Why, haven't you been to a museum before? Get out of the line. People are starving. I have no patience in a food line. Or in any line, for that matter. In McDonald's, if there's a long line, I jump behind the counter, I work the fries, I get it moving. I've been employee of the month twice, I don't even work there. But I take the parking space, and I love having my picture up. Watch people at McDonald's. They decide what they want when they get to the front of the line.
Get out of the line.
I knew what I wanted before I parked the car.
Get out of the line.
People read a McDonald's menu. It's McDonald's. It's the same stuff since you were 6 years old. Ask me anything, left to right, right to left. What do you want to know? I don't do well in lines. No. Starbucks. I need coffee in the morning or I can't talk. I like Starbucks. Good product. They're polite. Lines too long. My first cup can't be Starbucks. I'd be dead by the time I got to the front of that line. I have to stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee to stand in line for coffee. And people stare at you like, I should have done that. Another one's KFC. People stand in line in front of me at KFC. I mean, they're looking at that menu. You know what they have? Chicken. You know what else they got? They got chicken. You want chicken or chicken?
Get out of the line.
Another one I don't do well. Movie theater concession lines. They got popcorn, candy, and that's it. Soda. People are staring. What? There's no buffalo wings. You can't get a prime rib. Get out of the line. Am I the only person in this line that has a movie to catch? And at the supermarket, I'm like, oh good, she has coupons, you bitch. I understand you need coupons, but I always get the lady in front of me. I have a coupon somewhere. Let me see where it is.
Get out of the line.
Good, now write a check for $7. Why would you want to keep that much cash on you?
Get out of the line.
I saw one guy in line at the supermarket. He was buying cheap toilet paper. I had a comment. It was 4 rolls for 89 cents. It can't be good, right? I said, you get better toilet paper. Don't you like yourself? I've been really broke. I always got good toilet paper. It's a line you don't cross. You say to yourself, the bills are late, but the toilet paper's good. Things will be okay. We have so many blessings that we don't count in a day. Have you tried that Charmin Ultra? Oh, you can make a suit out of that. Is that Versace? Charmin. No dry cleaning, you just flush it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. See you later, everybody. Thanks so much for being here tonight.